Hi there, everybody. I just heard the terrible news about Les Emerson, of course, of the Five Man Electrical Band, who I just learned passed away yesterday at the age of 77. I had no idea he was even sick, but apparently he'd been in and out of hospital and then ultimately contracted COVID 19 and passed away. Um, so sad to hear this news, of course. He was perhaps most famous for having written the song Signs, the famous Five Man Electrical Band song Signs, which I'm going to play for you all in a moment here. But yeah, he had other songs too, lots of other songs, a few different hits with the electrical band there, and was one of Canada's finest exports. Into the world of music. But I think of that song Signs a lot. I think about how, despite the fact that it was pretty topical at that time, dealing with sort of the hippie movement and how, you know, people who were involved in the sort of countercultural hippie movement of the late 60s and early 70s were perceived largely by their elders to be lacking a certain morality, but in the end, it was really morality that they were standing up for all that time. And there are a few songs that put that into words better than the song Signs. So when I play like restaurants and bars and stuff locally, and when I do, I always try to throw this song into the set, partially because it's just a lot of fun to sing, and partially because I've always loved what the song stands for, as someone who 50 years later wears the long hair, although it's tied back right now. Oh yeah, sorry, but what I was going to say is, despite the fact that that song was really topical, here we are 50 years later in a very different time, and that song is still on the radio constantly, still on classic rock radio, not only in Canada but around the world. That song really, I know it crossed over into the American market too, and did very well for him, for the band, and for Canadian music in general. So here is that great song, Signs. I just love singing it. Not going to be quite as fun today, having heard the sad news that came out yesterday. Like I said, I was, yeah, so sorry to hear that. But here's my version of that classic song, Signs, goes out to Les Emerson and his friends and family. And the sign said, long-haired freaky people need not apply. So I tucked up my hair under my hat, and I went in to ask him why. He said, you look like a fine, upstanding young man, I think you'll do. So I took off my hat and I said, imagine that, huh, me working for you. Whoa, signs, signs, everywhere a sign, blocking out the scenery, breaking my mind. Do this, don't do that, can't you read the signs? And the sign said, anybody caught trespassing will be shot on sight. So I jumped the fence and I yelled at the house, hey, what gives you the right to put up a fence to keep me out? Wanna keep Mother Nature in. If God was here, he'd tell you to your face, man, you're some kind of sinner. Whoa, signs, signs, everywhere a sign, blocking out the scenery, breaking my mind. Do this so new that passed around the bread and they emptied it all. I didn't have a penny to pay, so I got me a pen and a paper, and I made up my own little song.